Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your bonus July reading. I think we're still in July. I actually never know, but we are going to do a Move Mountain spread. This is going to be a timeless reading as well. If you don't know, what we're going to do is in your first row, we're going to take a look at where your head is at. In your second row, we're going to take a look at where your heart is at. And then in your last row, we're going to smash the two things together. One of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So we are going to see how you can move mountains at this time, Pisces, accomplish something great, do something wonderful in your life, whatever the case may be. So that's what we're going to do here. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time, Pisces. Also, make sure to only follow the social media accounts that are linked down below. Because there are tons of scammers and spammers scamming people. I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you for a personal reading. So make sure to not get scammed. In the area of your head here, Pisces, you have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there is definitely, I feel like victory is on your mind. It's like you're wanting a lot of success here. I actually feel like you're very committed to something as well. You have the Seven of Wands here. The problem here in the area of your head, basically what you are thinking at this time, or kind of like where your brain or even your intuition is guiding you here, kind of like both of these are more your intuition, but is probably the amount of work that has to be done, Ten of Wands, or maybe there is kind of like some sort of burden that you're going to be experiencing, or you feel like you're going, or think that you're going to be experiencing with the Ten of Wands. Usually, you have the Hermit here, and the Hermit, we're going to talk about this more in just a second, but to me, the Hermit sometimes can say that the reason that you could be feeling like, achieving something that you want is a burden is because of past experience, basically. Not always true. I would actually prefer to see the Hierophant here. If I saw the Hierophant and the Hermit here, to me, that would be a definite clue that, it's like past experience, but just kind of like intuitively, I feel that there is some sort of mountain that you want to move at this time, or there is something great that you could accomplish. But again, I do feel the amount of work that is required could be a little bit of a challenge. Although, again, I do feel like your mind currently is on a victory or on having some sort of a victory. You have the Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Hermit here. All these cards kind of can represent going through something, kind of like the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of doing some soul searching. It's like a card of the dark night of the soul. So for some of you, it's kind of, and you have the Ten of Wands, which is like definitely a burden. What I would say here is I feel like your mind is kind of on the end though, which is good. I would call the Ten of Wands is kind of like a finish line card. There is normally on a traditional Ten of Wands, there is a kind of like a village off in the distance that this guy normally is walking towards. And it kind of says like he is at the end. He is almost completing his journey. Seven of Wands, card of conviction. Seven of Wands to me is a card that says if you know that something is going to be successful, it will be successful, plain and simple. And, I feel like you need to kind of embrace that energy here, Pisces. It's kind of weird because, like, in your first row, like, I kind of get the feeling of, I don't know if you've ever had these thoughts, Pisces, but it's like sometimes I think maybe we think to ourselves, like, wouldn't it be easy if I could almost like start over again, but knowing what I know now, right? And I kind of get that feeling here of like wanting to start over something and like wishing that you could, if I knew then what I know now, right? Is the song. So I kind of feel that for some of you here in this first row. But we're going to kind of clarify this and see where it's going here, Pisces, in the area of your mind. You have the Two of Swords just needing to make a decision. Literally, I feel like the Two of Swords with the Seven of Wands says whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, whatever mountain you're trying to move, which we're going to, again, look at here in this last row, whatever it is, you can accomplish whatever it is. The Hermit is literally standing at the top of a mountain normally, and he is shining his inner light. So this whole entire reading makes perfect sense based off the type of reading we're doing here. But that Seven of Wands card of conviction, it says when you know that you'll be successful, you will be successful. It's almost like there's something that you truly desire to have. And on this card, it's behind her, right? It's this new land that's behind her. She's sitting where she has always been on the Two of Swords. But it's not really something that's behind you necessarily, Pisces. It's not like behind you as in it's something from the past. I feel that there's something that you want to accomplish, probably a new thing, and it's in front of you, but really you have to turn around for it to be in front of you with the Two of Swords here. It could be love as well with the Page of Pentacles. You have the Strength card here. and the Seven of Wands again. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I feel like the only challenge for you, Pisces, is kind of like wanting things to happen much faster, right? Because and I feel like that's like part of the mental challenge, and it could be causing some like anxieties and kind of restlessness and that type of energy here in this first row. Overall, not necessarily going in a bad direction here. Again, like I said, when your head and heart become one, you can move mountains. That's what we're going to find out here. In the area of your heart, you have this chaos and conflict card here. I feel like for some of you, it's like you're fearing that if you choose make a certain decision, that maybe you'll be causing chaos and conflict in your life. And I feel like that's what you're mostly trying to avoid here, Pisces, is creating more chaos, more conflict. I kind of feel more differently about this because, I feel for some of you, Pisces, that you do have like a big decision coming up here. And I feel for some of you, it's kind of like you already know about the decision, and it's one of those things, this decision is going to pull you from a comfort zone, right? And what I mean by that is it's like maybe you're moving, and maybe wherever you're moving is a little bit more expensive. It's kind of like one of those, that's like the energy I get here, where it's like whatever move you're about to make is one that is going to like push you just a little bit further than you would normally go. I feel like it's just going to stretch you just a little bit, and I feel like this is what you're fearing if you make some sort of change here, is chaos and conflict. You have the Emperor, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Swords here. I feel like your heart is like not wanting to rush. I also feel that you're maybe trying a little too hard to control a situation with the Emperor card. The Knight of Wands is like more free, right? I really feel like this is what your heart wants right here. It's almost like I feel the Emperor and the Knight of Swords is the energy that you maybe are in. I almost feel like this is the best, vibration for your heart, if that makes sense, Pisces, is the King of Wands. Like more spontaneous, more go with the flow, more happy-go-lucky type of Pisces energy, right? More free, more willing to see where things go, that type of energy here, not so much trying to control the outcome. It's almost like the more, really what I would say here is like what your heart wants is really what I'm picking up here is it's almost like the more you release and let go of, attachment to outcome and things like that, the easier things are going to go for you here, is what this middle row is saying to me. So I feel like the more kind of just releasing energy, the better. I would also say that the King of Wands doesn't really hesitate, and we have the Three of Wands here, which is a hesitation, although it is coming up in the area of, putting the two things together. So we're going to take a look at that and see what's going on. But what I would say here is I feel like this like very strong needing to move forward energy here, Pisces, where it's like you just need to get going towards something here in your life. Let's see, what is it? What are you moving towards here, Pisces? You have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're fearing like losing a certain level of security here. It's kind of like one of those things. I wish I had like a better example for you than the one that I'm about to give you, Pisces. But what kind of like what I'm getting here is it's like sometimes I think we could be in a relationship, but it's like not really a good one. But at the same time, it's like we could be holding on to it because we're like, well, it's like this is like the best I've had so far. So if I leave, it's like everything else is going to be a downgrade, right? And I'm not saying this is what it is for you, Pisces. I'm just giving you an example. It's almost like you're afraid to leave one thing because whatever you could end up with is nothing. So, I feel like kind of that more like in the area of your heart could be fearing losing something, but it's probably like fearing something it never had, like losing something it never had. You have the Eight of Wands, quick success coming in for you here. And the Three of Wands here, I had a feeling that it might show up in this row because, again, I was saying, over here, this is meant to be your kind of like positive outcome, how to move the mountain, right, Pisces? So it really doesn't matter that the Three of Wands is showing up here, but I kind of had that hesitation type of energy. And you have a lot of cards here that would represent kind of waiting for things to be perfect when things will never be perfect. Two of Swords and the Three of Wands twice. So these cards can represent waiting for things to be perfect when that will never happen. So I feel there's like a very strong need for you to kind of like take some sort of leap of faith away. What these two rows are saying to me, as far as your head and your heart are concerned here, Pisces, is like I really feel for you that like something makes you feel weak. I feel like something makes you feel strong. I literally feel like you need to move towards strength. It's like there's some almost almost like devil energy, I feel. And again, this doesn't have to be toxic, doesn't have to be a negative thing, right? We all have those things that kind of maybe have a hold on us, right, Pisces? It's almost like there's this like devil energy that is kind of holding you in place in something that your head and your heart don't really want. And then there's like something else over here that your head and your heart really do want. And, I feel like that's what this is over here, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But I feel like you need to let go of whatever that thing is kind of what I feel for some of you. But that's what I got. Putting the two together, again, when you put your head and your heart together, you can move mountains. You have the Page of Pentacles. I would say the more you learn, the more you earn, Pisces. And again, that does not just have to be money. We can earn love. We can earn health. We can earn pretty much anything, right? So I feel like whatever it is that you want to improve, whatever mountain you're trying to move, I would say education is going to be your best friend. I just think it's almost like I just see like a cycling through ideas is what this is saying to me. It's almost like the quicker you can test things out, the better with this Page of Pentacles. It does kind of look like a cycle on that pentacle that this page is holding here, Pisces. So it kind of makes sense, but I feel for a lot of you, for you to be successful at this time, it's going to, like, the more ideas, the better. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Three of Wands here. Three of Wands, the Justice card here is cause and effect. Justice says if you put things on one side of the scale, will the scale tilt in your favor? Justice is about getting the scale to tilt in your favor. So I feel for a lot of you that Justice card is saying you need to put the energy in to get the scale to tilt in your favor. So Justice with the Knight of Pentacles makes sense. So it's like if you're trying to start something new, or if you're trying to start moving a mountain here, Pisces, these two cards just say, take those first steps. Justice says, take a step, and if things start moving forward, or if things still feel good, keep moving in that direction. It's almost like there's kind of like this weird energy here in general. Again, I try not to make, obviously, people always accuse me of being too positive in the first place, Pisces, but lately people have been saying I've been negative, but I haven't been. But what I would say is here, it's almost like you're too far into the future, is what I would say here. And I think that could be part of the challenge if you are experiencing a mountain in your life that you are trying to move. It's almost like, things could be going very well in a relationship. Things could be going very well in work or business or whatever. And then it's like, then you start worrying about the future that hasn't even happened yet. I literally feel like I was saying with this King of Wands, I get this like free spirited kind of like free energy. It's like the more relaxed and the more you can let go of the need to know the future and all this other stuff, like the better. Again, one of my favorite sayings is, I think it's from the Buddha. I actually don't know if that's true or not, but basically the quote is, if you only knew how perfect your life was, you would throw your head up at the sky and laugh, because it's like, if you only knew that everything was perfectly laid out, it wouldn't matter what was going on in your life. And I kind of get that feeling for you here, where it's almost like if you could release the attachment to outcome, then you will be very, very successful, and you will be moving mountains here, Pisces, with this energy. Let's clarify this row here, Pisces, and let's see where it's going. You have the Queen of Wands here. Yep, being divine counterparts, by the way, King and Queen of Wands. Like I was saying, I just get this feeling that just something feels right to you, Pisces. It's almost like there's something you don't want to be doing, there's something you want to be doing in your life. And that for a lot of you, I feel like that's the mountain that you are trying to move. It's like, just to me, this reading saying Seven of Wands twice. Just committing to the new thing will make you very successful. Some of you could have a job or a business. Maybe you're afraid of letting it go and starting something else because it's providing you with money. But it's like, once you just take that risk, once you take the leap of faith, it's like that's where this success is going to come in. They say fortune favors the bold, right? Or fortune favors the brave, whatever you want to say. And that's like the Queen of Wands. So I feel this is really saying you need to like literally do what you want in your life. You have the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, Pisces. Again, with that, again, I would say there's a fire triangle at the top here. There's a water triangle right below it here on the Three of Pentacles. And the water triangle represents like having this dream. It's like there's something that exists in the fantasy world. Neptune and Pisces, I've been talking about this to you forever, Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, wonderful fantasies. They feel really good, but they don't exist. And the challenge with Neptune and Pisces is the fact that with Neptune and Pisces, being a Pisces, you can have these crazy dreams or crazy ideas, and the challenge is to make them real, no matter what they are. So I feel for some of you, there is a crazy dream. There is something that feels like a little bit of a reach. Three of Pentacles says people will help you, or people want to help you, so don't be afraid to ask for help. Three of Pentacles is also a card of quality work. It basically just says you're capable of moving the mountain. And you have the Ten of Swords. Something from the past is definitely needing to be released here, Pisces. For some of you, I do feel it could be a relationship. So I would say if you're holding on to something here, this could be you needing to release it. Again, I'm not telling you what to do here, Pisces. Do whatever you want. But, I feel like for some of you, you would know as well. If something isn't working, then I feel like it's time to move on. It's almost like it's holding you back here with this energy. For others, I feel that, I feel like it's almost like, the best way I can describe this energy that I'm feeling here is it's almost like I feel like there could be little, things that pop up that make you a little bit nervous. And what I mean by that is it's like if you're in a job that you hate, Pisces, I feel like there could be moments where you feel like you're going to lose a job. Are you actually going to lose a job? No. But I just feel like the universe is trying to give you clues that you're meant to do something else. Same thing in business. It's like if you're doing the wrong business, I feel like there could be maybe times where you're making a little bit less money. I don't even think it's that bad, which is kind of the funny part about this reading. But I just think the universe is trying to not scare you, but I feel like it's trying to nudge you in a new direction. Can we get more details in this new direction? Nine of Pentacles, total abundance coming in for you, and independence as well. Six of Pentacles, progress. And let's see here, King of Cups. There you go. That's probably your energy, the King of Cups. It's just saying that you are going to be in the highest energy. You are going to be embracing the highest energy by doing that, by doing the things that you're meant to be doing. And this looks really good. I would encourage you to just take a leap of faith. I feel like you know the victory that you want to have with that Ace of Swords. And I think that should be your focus at this time, is that there's some win. There's some big win or some sort of win that you desire to have. I feel like you need to focus on it with that Ace of Swords there. This looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Pisces. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support, Pisces. But thank you, Pisces, and definitely enjoy the rest of your month.